Finding the right subtitle file out in the vast openness of the internet can be hard, but with a few tricks up your sleeve, it's much easier. If you've already tried searching on popular subtitle websites and still haven't found a downloadable subtitle file, there's a trick that I use all the time to download subtitles from any website. The reason you can do this is because subtitles are just text being sent to your computer, so if you can find what that file is, you can download it. Let's start with a site that I use to watch Czech TV and movies, since the process is basically the same for every other site. When you have an episode or something open that has subtitles available, right-click and press Inspect Element or press F12 on your keyboard. Then find these little arrows and click Network. Now we're going to filter this to make things a bit easier. So click on Fetch/XHR. Now let's reload the page either here or with Ctrl-R. Now we'll see a ton of stuff pop up, but we only care about one little file. Depending on the site you're using, it may have a different name, but most I've come across are language.vtt. This one's called cze.vtt. Now all I need to do is double click in that file and I've downloaded the subs for this episode. If you don't see something, try activating the subtitles in the player itself, because that sometimes is the trigger to load this file. And this works on basically any site. Some are easier to use than others though. If you want to download subtitles from massive websites like YouTube or Netflix, this isn't the easiest option. You could do the same process, but they often have their own subtitle formats and the file names are super long and there's strings of numbers or whatever. But thankfully, there's a great tool that makes it super easy for all those sites. ASB Player makes the subtitles interactable for you and lets you download the whole file. In fact, it works with YouTube, Netflix, Disney+, Hulu, TVer, Bandai Channel, and Amazon Prime Video. First, install the extension, tutorial here, open the thing that has the subs and press Ctrl-Shift-F. Then select the track, and then you can download the subtitles from this little tab up here. With ASB Player and the trick from the beginning, you can download subtitles from any website. Probably. I'm sure there are some that this won't work for, so sorry if that's your case. Since there's a little bit more time in this video, let's talk about why you might want an actual subtitle file. Are the built-in subs not enough? Well, no, you're missing out on some really useful features. First, you can read them like a book to prepare for something. If you convert them to plain text, they can be read with something like Loot or Link. It's a fantastic way to understand more of something that's hard. 2, you can look up things while watching. When you use built-in subtitles, you aren't able to copy them. So if you see a word that you want to look up, you have to type it out. And if you're learning a language with extra letters or a totally different alphabet, good luck. But if you make them selectable with ASB Player, you can easily do lookups with copy and paste. 3, you can keep track of what you've read or seen. This isn't the most useful reason, but I like to have copies of things that I've immersed with, so that if I want, I can do analyses on my learning or the language itself. 4, you can test your listening more easily. Lots of built-in subtitles take a moment to load or a few clicks. But if you have the subtitle file, you can enable or disable them instantly by pressing S with ASB Player. This lets you check if you heard something without slowing you down. It's great listening practice. And 5, if you ever have them hidden, the subtitles are still useful for the timing they provide. If you're trying to make Anki cards with audio only, programs still need to know where to start and stop the sentence. Subtitle files provide that, mostly. They also make seeking easier because you can go line by line rather than just jumping 5 or 10 seconds in the future or past. Okay. So that's how you can download subtitles from basically any platform that has subtitles. And if you've ever wondered why subtitles are useful, then you have some reasons. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video and if it helped you out, please like and share with someone who also has this question. I'll see you next time. Happy immersing. Hey, as you know, there's a lot of language learning advice out there, which can make it kind of overwhelming and difficult to actually get going on your own learning. If you feel like you're struggling to figure out language learning, you're not alone. It's an extremely complicated process with tons of different steps. If you're looking for a step-by-step guide to create the perfect language learning routine for you, then you have to check out our new course. We spent thousands of hours designing a simple and straightforward process that you can use to create your own personalized language routine that actually works. We understand that every learner is different and that you have to roll with the punches and adapt. Every day for 30 days, I walk you through everything you need to know to build an effective learning routine, no matter your circumstances. We give you the advice and resources you need to ensure your success, so you don't have to waste time looking for stuff to do and can focus on learning. And if any questions do come up, don't worry. We are always there to answer any questions and clear up confusion. And it's all backed by our 90-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If, for whatever reason, something's not quite working for you, we insist you get every penny back. It's time for you to stop wishing that you could learn a second language. It's time to become the master of your language learning journey. Check out the link below to get instant access and start your journey today.